Hey guys, this is Jeremy from churchandmentalhealth.com. I want to tell you guys about the church assistance program that I have created. So I realize that there is a disconnect between churches and counseling agencies. And while there has been a growing trend of being able to understand mental illness within the church, and actually a really strong growth of spirituality within the counseling center, there's this barrier that continues to happen whenever people go to churches and say, I need this help, and the pastors realize this is more than I understand, this is more than I can handle, and want to refer them to counseling. There's a lot of different things that happen, but one of the simplest and easiest ways that we can assist is financially. How can the church help support the congregation member, that community member, to get into counseling, especially in a place that has the values of the Christian faith within the counseling center? And so I want to suggest that you guys look into this church assistance program, in short of actually hiring a professional counselor, which is actually a great model talked about in this project, this program that I have. Short of going that route, how do you connect with a counseling agency? Now, this program is not designed to give you the cookie cut, copy paste it, put it in your program, be able to just run with it kind of setup. It actually has you think about what it is that your community needs, because each county, each city, each state is different in how they operate. Each church has different values, whether it's the denominational values or the values in your specific culture. And so it's impossible to create a cookie cutter approach on how a church can connect with a counseling agency. And in fact, I wouldn't even want to give you that if there was one, because then that takes away the communication, the relationship that your church can have with counseling agencies, where you can go serve the widowed and the poor and the lowly. Isn't that our calling? Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing, is going and serve them while we share Jesus with everybody? And so this gives you an idea of how to approach it, and specifically in a financial manner, how you can support people. And so with businesses that have someone that's struggling with mental health or substance use, they have an EAP program, an employee assisted program, to help someone get into counseling so they can respond quickly and get back into work so they can continue on, because we know financially in a work environment, it's cheaper to help assist that person than to go the other route. And hopefully it's because you actually value and honor your employees that you have. How much more should we be doing this for churches? That we don't discard them, that we don't push them aside and say a couple dollars is not something that we can do. But if possible, if it's able to be connected for them to get into counseling, that you work with an agency to help financially assist someone that's in your congregation. I realize that money is tight. I realize that it's not always possible, but this is something that you can consider, at the very least, talking with your counseling agency about, to begin the process of how can we get people that are in the congregation struggling with mental illness that I don't understand there, and maybe even starting to figure out ways that your church can support that counseling agency and connect them into church resources if appropriate. I would love to hear what you guys have to say to this. I would highly encourage you to check it out. Again, this is a conversation starter, but it has everything from what should you say, what would be a reasonable expectation, what does it mean whenever we have private insurance versus public insurance, or just the ability to have that coverage in a contract situation. I'd love to know what you guys think. Check it out. Shoot me an email. Love to hear it.